from the Crypt.
Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Dads From The Crypt, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining in the chat. Thank you to all of our wonderful guests. And yeah, people are watching. That's amazing. It's funny because this is the kind of thing that, like, did not have this on my bingo card. It was quite unexpected. John, I was wondering, could you tell us, when did you hear about this first?
They got in touch with me. They wanted me to come down to the I'm gonna say it was it before the end of the last year?
Oh wow.
I mean, I knew that they were in on it, but it wasn't something that was a fait accompli, because they had to figure out how they were going to remaster to make it more palatable for the channel and that kind of stuff, because obviously it was shot in 4:3 on grainy on purpose, so it looked like an old comic book kind of thing, and they did a nice job. I mean, you're not going to get it to 4:3, to 4K and all that stuff. It's just not really gonna. That's not gonna happen to old footage like that. It would look weird and kind of like two-dimensional, I think, if you did that. But what they did, whatever they did, looks great. It probably has it has its own framing kind of thing, and too bad we're not showing what's cooking, because my wife is cooking, but I'll probably have to go. That's okay, babe. We go into another room. It was really, it was really exciting. The people were so excited about it. Tales from the Crypt folks and the people at Shudder were so excited about it, and because people, unless they had the DVDs or people didn't want to watch it on YouTube, and they didn't want to watch it on inferior. A lot of people don't even have DVD players anymore.
Nope.
A lot of people bring me their box set, to get signed, and then they just put it on the shelf. They don't actually watch it. I was like, don't worry, it's going to be streaming. And I mean, I was always wondering why it wasn't streaming, before anyway. People often ask me, how come it wasn't streaming on HBO? And I was like, because they don't own it. In their earlier days of programming, they didn't have enough money to give you the entire budget. And I know this too, because I was on their first series, First and 10, which is how they knew about me and how I wound up knowing about them, and that kind of thing. We had a relationship when they brought me in to audition for the Crypt Keeper. But in return for you coming up with other monies from other places, like places you might sell it afterwards, in First and 10's situation, they were going to have it on late night on CBS. So we shot it without the nudity and language as well, so they could do it. Of course, it got nixed as soon as the OJ thing happened, because he was on the show. So, but Tales from the Crypt, wound up on Fox and that kind of thing. And, being the big producers that we had on that show, they found it was worthwhile for them to do that. They never really made money on that show. None of us got paid that much to do the show, including Kevin Yeager, which is, you'll find interesting as you watch the earlier episodes, this first night of episodes. The Crypt Keeper talks slower and more ominously. because the mouth didn't move on the puppet because Kevin Yeager was making the puppet out of spare parts, including the Chucky eyes, which so many people know about now. You know, like this is actually the second generation Crypt Keeper. And he kept the Chucky eyes because, you know, gave him that Paul Newman kind of, you know, star quality, you know, but originally this mouth, you know, barely moved, and it was all like old Chucky parts and stuff that he made it with. And there you go. There's Chucky, right, much smaller.
Look what he's holding randomly
Oh,
when he's
wow.
pulling in his hand.
Great.
This is just naturally what is in my house.
Yeah. This is actually what William Sattler looked like at the end of the movie. Yes, brains. But you know, it was as we were working on it, like I had auditioned what you hear now with the fast, funny stand-up kind of delivery of the Crypt Keeper. But then when we got in the studio, as soon as we started recording, Ken was like, the mouth doesn't move very much. We're gonna have to, you know, try to make him talk slower. And I go, oh, great. We'll just have a more intimate, more, you know, have a more Sato, you know. And I even noticed that, you know, I hadn't remembered this until I started watching again, because I hadn't watched it in a little while, that even I didn't even do as big of laughs off of the Crypt Keeper's own jokes. You know, he laughs at his own jokes. And that kind of happened in the audition. Because, you know, I know Kevin Yeager had been watching actors come in there day after day and, like, you know, sitting there like this. And I started doing that voice and he was like, yes, yes, you know, like, keep going, keep going. And he starts laughing and I start laughing as the Crypt Keeper. I'm like, great, the Crypt Keeper laughs at his own jokes and, you know, this whole thing. And that's how it evolved. So then when, you know, the show got picked up, it wasn't going to get picked up at first. They did those first 3 episodes. They were expensive. Bob Zemeckis and Walter Hill and Dick Donner directed those first 3 episodes. And, you know, obviously they're 3 of my favorite episodes, and that's what you're going to see tonight. And did an amazing job, but they weren't cheap. And so they said, well, who do we get to come in here and try to do this as a series and bring it under budget? So they brought in Gil Adler, who had been producing, show running Freddy's Nightmares. And, you know, and Gil, they were like, you know, Joel Silver's like, all right, well, you know, you got to do 8 pages a day. And and Gil was like, okay, well, what do we do with the second half of the day? You know, like, no problem. I've been doing that over, you know, and the quality was good. I mean, they got a lot of favors from a lot of good, you know, artists and cinematographers and all these people, you know, because they were who they were, these big producers, and everybody wanted a playground to come in and try out stuff. It's funny, somebody just posted they won the best witch laugh contest doing the Crypt Keeper laugh. Well, you know, in my stand-up, I used to do like a 2-minute version of the Wizard of Oz. And it was one of the reasons why I created that laugh for the Crypt Keeper.
Oh, wow.
When it came in.
Oh,
so
the Wicked Witch, yeah.
A little bit of my Margaret Hamilton coming in when I did that. So that's funny. You should say, I think it was Tina that wrote that or somebody. Yeah. And so that's kind of cool. I love that. That's fantastic.
All right. Well, for those that might not be aware, let's do a quick intro. Everyone knows John, of course. My name is Jason. I host the Dads From The Crypt podcast in the YouTube channel, along with Mondo and Jody. Say hello.
Hello.
We have Mr. Zoran.
Hello. You may know me from the Dead Meat horror channel, where I do all the gaming things and anything Tremors related. That's mine. I claim it.
Critters.
Anything Tremors related. And Critters. Yes, I will always. I'll bring the critter over later. There's a lot of them over there.
Right. The Crypt is in the house with a grin, nasty and mean, like the effects of a guillotine. A permanent headache's the end of the mission, because you have entered the Keeper's terror vision.
Yes, this is what happens. My middle name joke paid off so that I got to hear the Crypt Jam live. Yes.
And
Thank
of
you.
course, our our favorite ghoul of the night, Kimberly.
Hey, I'm Kimberly. I'm the community and content manager at Fangoria. So if you spend time with us, that's where.
Fangoria was where we first started plugging the show.
Mhm.
Our very first. It wasn't really a convention, but our very first kind of fan event was about 2,000 people that was hosted by Fangoria. And they had the producers, they had Joel Silver and Dick Donner and Bob Zemeckis, and they had Kevin Yeager was there. And I can't remember who else, but it was in a big hall, and they go, and we have the voice of the Crypt Keeper, and the fans went nuts. And that's when you can see the producers go, oh shit, we might have to pay this guy. Mind you, they never actually did pay me what I should have got paid.
Right.
But I sure had a lot of fun doing it.
We still love you at Fangoria now. So
I love you guys, Kimberly. You guys are really, have held up the name of that institution, and we all love it. We all love it. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Okay, let's all get ready. I'm going to do a quick countdown video, and then we can all press play. So
Okay, so
we're ready.
We need to all be queued up, right? Play
Yes.
ready to hit the button, because we're basically essentially like making director's commentary type stuff. Just
Yeah,
to
pretty much.
clarify for anybody.
This is
So I
the
actually
The
downloaded
ad?
the episode on Shudder. Yeah, sometimes there's an ad. So yeah, make sure if there's an ad, you skip it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just went ahead and downloaded the episode, so I don't have to deal with the buffering or anything.
Now let me ask you, what's kind of the vibe that we're doing here? Are we discussing over top of it, or is we just watching it together? What is the going to do this?
No, we're discussing. Yeah, we can give commentary.
yeah.
All right. Here, I'm going to play the video, and then we will go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And go.
I was expecting a play or something.
All right.
I was hoping it would be still up there so we could watch this. The same.
No, I don't want to get sued.
I see. I totally understand.
Well,
I remember
Jason,
watching this.
Hey, listen,
intro.
I'm paying for my subscription to Shudder.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I got mine.
have
I
been.
got mine.
I remember as a kid, like thinking how cool this set was for the intro into the house. So of course, later on, you
Yeah,
find
I
out
love
it's a big miniature.
I just
I still can't believe it's
since
a
we've been
miniature.
covering so many different things since we finished Tales, it's just so exciting to be on video right now with Tales playing in the
It's so
background.
cozy. Yeah.
There's always that little laugh, like right
In
as
our
the
element.
staircase goes.
Yeah.
It always feels like, I'm not ready to laugh yet. Nope. I stepped a
What's
little
cool
too
is the
early.
staircase is all CG.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
It is. It goes from a set, not a set,
Yeah.
but a model, a nice size
model,
model.
yeah.
They had a miniature camera come through that yard, which was probably about the size of somebody's bedroom, in a bigger studio, of course. Looked like a giant, Christmas garden, coming through up the porch, into the front, into a small set, which was the library,
Okay.
through the door, down a CGI staircase into the Crypt set, which is the set that was used for the Crypt Keeper. There was some fun stuff. Let me ask you what you guys are seeing right now, just so
I'm seeing the bug zapper.
Got you with the bug zapper.
Oh, okay. I can pause for a second because I'm a little further in.
Now, John, when you do these intros, are they syncing it to your voice? Are you voicing it afterwards? Are you on set?
No, we pre-recorded it so that it gets personality we want and the, you know, all the action we want. And then the puppeteers could choreograph to it, like doing a rock video.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
You would lip sync to your own song. But let me tell you something. Those guys got so good that we could do interviews. And sadly, Brock Winkless is gone and Van Snowden are both gone. That were two of the premier master puppeteers that worked. Keeper took 3 guys just to make the face work. So you can imagine how, in this Buraku style of puppetry, how they coordinated into doing this. And they got good enough that if I talk slow enough and directly enough, you know, Brock, who had the mouth, who had the actual mouth, he had like a headgear. And when he would move his mouth, it would move the jaw. And then he had goggles that would move the lips and mandibles. So he'd be like, hello, creeps, how are you? You know, kind of thing. So he would follow me. And he might have been that far behind, but you never would have noticed on camera. Yeah. So like when we did the, what you call it? The horror host, the horror hall of fame, you know, kind of thing. When we did that kind of stuff and we were improvising and all those fun things, they were actually following along and it was great. So we're into the episode now.
We're into the episode.
Yes.
We got good old Bill Sadler narrating.
Oh, it's so good.
This is where I'm taking my drinks from this evening.
Nice.
That was Walter Hill that directed this. You know, 48 Hours, Warriors, Dreamscape. I mean, amazing director. And he got Ry Cooder to do the music.
I caught that at the beginning.
Which is described as whimsical, spooky music by the subtitles.
But it's great because the way he talks to the camera and it's got this style to it that's like, wee, you know, kind of thing, you know, going on. It was just perfect.
All the shadows and lines create that comic book feel, and the angles, the wide angle nature. It's
totally. They would sometimes use the comic books themselves as a storyboard for the way that they might shoot something.
Right?
Yeah,
smart.
Cool.
I know at least in some episodes there are scenes taken directly from those comic panels that I remember seeing.
Oh, no doubt. Also, if you look at those comic books, you see how much every horror movie you've seen in modern times since there was color, you know, and including all the Swamp Thing. I mean, all those movies, they got all that stuff from the artists that drew the great, you know, scenes in every one of those comic books. Just really amazing. But they had, I mean, you know, you're in LA. I mean, I'm looking at Bill. How far along are you guys?
Right now, they're bringing the prisoner to execution, to the electric chair, to the little tight hallway.
Long shot following them.
For everyone watching, I was just curious, where's everyone watching from out in the comment section? We'd love to hear. We'll have to see that.
And I gotta say, for not doing like a full remaster, this looks great on my screen right now.
They did bump it up. What exactly they did, I couldn't tell you, and I don't know if you can call that. I guess anytime you bump something up, you can call it a remaster, right? You know, it's just not remastered to, you know, I mean, they tried to, I mean, even the DVDs, they tried to get to an HD, but I don't know if you could call it that. I never really watched them on the DVDs, but I know how some people were dying to have it in 4K, but I don't know that it would have done that much. You know what I mean?
To do a 4K, it would pretty much have to be AI upscaling.
Yeah.
And that just would take, you know,
it would be weird looking.
Like I'm looking at this shot. I don't know if you guys have gotten into it yet, but it's Bill standing on a bridge overlooking the freeway coming past him. And
you're slightly ahead.
Yeah, we're still at the electrocution right now.
Yeah.
They just put the thing on his head.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're talking about those blue Robert Redford eyes. I mean, Sadler striking there.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, it's funny because Todd Masters, who of course did the practical effects for the episodes, as well as Demon Night and all that. Used to have a big Halloween party every year. He had a big warehouse, and of course invited all the master, effects guys. So it was truly the coolest costumes I've ever seen.
That's amazing.
And Bill and I would go. I would go as some dead whatever, and he would go as the Grim Reaper from Bill and Ted.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
We would go together, just in awe of all these effects guys. And Todd would have a live band and all this stuff. And I was like, for years, I was like, you guys got to do this, like, shocking New Year's Eve, and do that on a Halloween every year. And Jack Wall, who was our guy who did all the ancillary stuff we did with the show, who's no longer with us, sadly, did some amazing things. Everything from, having us in Not Scary Farms and Universal Studios to, Bud Light commercials, and so we kept trying to push him to do something with that, and he wanted to do it, and they did wind up doing a New Year Shocking Eve with the Crypt Keeper, and they used the crappy Crypt Keeper because they couldn't get the puppeteers and all that stuff. No. They had one that they had made that was was sound controlled through the mouth. It took like 1 or 2 puppeteers to work, and the eyes just it didn't. There was nothing like Kevin's, puppet that he made. There was something so gleeful and real about it. And when I talk to fans that come see me at the conventions, I can see that they had to have been like 5-6 years old when they first started watching it. Oh, yeah. And of course, it makes sense. It makes sense that they would walk by the TV and there was a friggin' creepy puppet on TV, was acting like he was a demented, kid show host. Mm-hmm. So it completely makes sense that they would be like, I gotta watch this. I'm having nightmares, but I still gotta watch it, Yeah.
And we just passed the diner scene where he famously orders a cheese sandwich. Doesn't specify what kind of cheese, not grilled cheese, just cheese sandwich. I'm curious what everyone in the chat what type of cheese would you want on your cheese sandwich? Any kind of cheese.
This has been a long debate among us on the podcast.
As in what a grilled cheese should be, or
yes.
So, what kind of cheese?
What kind of cheese you put on a cheese sandwich?
Well, some people like spicy, so they want like something like a Chipotle Gouda or something like that. I'm like
cheese whiz.
People are purists and they want American cheese. I'm kind of a cheddar guy, I think myself. I might mix
white cheddar.
Yeah,
I'm a goat cheese man, but I don't know if I want a goat cheese sandwich. Just straight up like hot goat cheese.
Like I like blue cheese, but I don't need
bread or through the bread.
Kimberly?
Nah.
When I am vegan, so I'm not having a cheese sandwich. Although strangely, I'm into goat cheese. If I was still eating dairy products, I'd be about the goat cheese.
Grilled tofu cheese.
Yeah,
they do make vegan cheeses though, right?
I have had some very good cashew cheeses. Actually, I was very surprised by them. I was like, "Whoa, oh, well done."
Somebody posted on your site whether pizza was appropriate for tonight, and I go, "Yeah, the cheesier the better." Like a slice. I said we like our slices as cheesy as possible.
Well, this is definitely a pizza and beer kind of show.
Oh, for sure. Or a nice Gordeau. I said pair it with a nice Gordeau.
All right, they're in the bar.
Or a nice gummy if you really want,
If I was not
really going to enhance your nightmares later,
I got to see John perform at Reefer Madness musical.
Oh yeah, right. There you go.
That was there were lots of samples that night.
I am not joining it. I'm doing straight water as I am now a dad alongside the Dads from the Crypts. Daycare is a plague on humanity and has made this house a plague zone that my wife and me have just been sick for over a week now.
Oh
Just
no!
from whatever he brought home. So
Jody has a whole troop of kids, so he knows what that's all about.
oh my god,
Kids are germ sponges, 100%.
Jordy has herd immunity in his house.
we will get there eventually, but he started like a week ago, and now, yep, just like clockwork, just off and through the night. All good.
I'm drinking my herbal tea out of a Dodgers cup.
Got my Killer Clowns mug.
I have the iced tea in a Gremlins mug. So
Nice. Oh, I saw that there's a new uncut version of Gremlins that was recently discovered.
Oh,
Uncut?
Like
Yeah, like an extended version.
uncircumcised?
Yeah.
where are you guys out on the show? It's Bill on the street talking to us with a hat.
Yep,
He just
he
started.
is.
Yeah. I love his like accent he puts on here. It's so great.
Oh yeah.
He's the guy from like upstate New York.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That's funny because it is very authentic.
As somebody living in the South currently, I will say it's authentic. He pulls it off.
he's a great actor.
He is. I watched Freaks for the first time. Wow.
I've been preaching about Freak for years. I will get a kill count of Freak.
Until like a year or so ago, I started hearing just random people talk. I think when like Bill, because Bill Sadler's in there too. Just kind of percolating, and then they just did the re-release on like Arrow or something or Vinegar.
That was the most expensive 4K I bought, and it is worth it. It comes with a comic book, the script, like there's so much stuff that they put in there. And there's an entire like rehearsal version that they filmed the movie just on handy cams beforehand, just to get the pacing, timing, and everything together.
Oh, the effects are so great.
And the effects are incredible
So
from Tony Gardner worked on it.
Yeah,
shout out to Arrow. Arrow does not skimp on their sets.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. Here, I'm gonna throw in a comment for Zoran real quick.
Yay! I like comments.
Let Zoran do the kill count for Freaks. Good luck getting James to approve that.
He will never approve me doing that Freak. I've been campaigning for years.
What is on your wish list?
Freaks, Little Shop of Horrors. And it's not on my wish list, but I'm going to do it at some point. The final kill count I ever do will be Tremors the series. Since I have not done the Tremors TV series, I would do that as like a sign off, because that's what I started on the channel, doing the Tremors films. But Killer Clowns was on there, but James has done that twice now, so I don't think I could do it a third time.
Are you guys
seeing the Demon Knight
motorcycle guy coming in?
Yeah,
he's talking about bikers.
Courtroom scene just ended, and William Sadler's there smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
Yeah, I love the biker guy from Terminator 2.
Yeah, I mean, this is even the casting of people you didn't know that showed up later on stuff.
Well, because we had Roy Brocksmith as the bartender in this one. He plays the scientist.
Yeah,
like I thought I would love to have him like as a series regular, just like playing random characters.
Oh yeah. No, Gil had an idea. Gil Adler had an idea when they were unable to get the rights back for to do the series as is. He wanted to do kind of like what they did with American Horror Story. They had American Horror Story wasn't on the air yet, but he had that idea to have the same actors do different stories. The way that they did on American Horror Story, which would have been cool. It wouldn't have been as much the comic book. I mean, the one thing I love about our series we did for HBO is they went way out of their way to make it feel like the comic book as much as possible. And I can't imagine it being any more successfully done that way than they did. Just really, really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Over first death.
A little vertigo zoom.
Yeah. We are at the 11-minute mark for those watching that are just joining now.
This is really, the quality looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching like on a 8-inch, 9-inch tablet. It looks great.
I've seen it on a big screen and on a little screen. Go ahead, Kimberly. I'm sorry.
Oh, I posted the trailer for Shudder yesterday with Fango, and we weren't sure what it was going to look like because it was filtered, but it was also very small.
Yeah.
So it was like, how is this going to show up? And it looks fantastic.
Yeah. We had fun making it. You know, because I've been continue to do the voice for years, everything from cameos to fans at the events and all this stuff. But I hadn't had to match old footage with my current voice here 38, 39 years later or whatever it is to that stuff. So I was real, you know, I'm a stickler. I mean, that's why I work a lot as a voice actor, because I'm like anal about that stuff. And had really good editors, really good, you know, guys that put all that stuff together. And I had them listening the whole time. I go, am I nailing this? Am I nailing this? Because I didn't want to not have it sound. Of course, now they're going and watching this with the earlier Crypt Keeper.
Guy, I kind of like that voice.
Oh, I love it. It was just something, especially the Christmas episode where he has this creepy mask on it. So, and they had him walk I can't remember the actress's name, but they had this little woman that would be the Crypt Keeper's feet when we used the feet.
But we've talked about it on the show. I love anytime the Crypt Keeper is actually like mobile. And you see his little feet walking around.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if you've got to the hot tub scene yet.
Oh yeah, is that Graham Garrett?
All right,
yeah. I
was with friends in Rancho Santa Fe, and I had just met some of the a really dear friend of mine, Mora Masakudo, is an artist he's gone now sadly, but we were on our way down to Mexico to shoot some film. And we stopped off and spent the night at a friend's house, and they had a hot tub. And I was describing Tales from the Crypt to him, and I was telling him about this episode, and I was reenacting that in the hot tub. You know,
amazing.
You know, telling him how, like, you know, the executioner no longer had a job, so he was going around frying people in their hot tubs. And he would, for years, he would bring it up. He would, you know, how like that was his immediate. You know, I immediately became friends as I imitated getting fried in a hot tub for him, you know. So when I watch it, I'm like, wow, well done.
Garrett with his face just.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking that had to be a fun scene to film because, you know, you get the bubbles going and then just react as though you're getting shot.
All right, we got our nudity.
There you go.
HBO
for the win.
Did I ever tell you guys that, you know, the HBO story when we were watching these on a you know, they showed the first 3 episodes on a big screen like a movie premiere.
Oh, cool.
And so they had all the HBO execs and stuff like that. And I was sitting a few rows behind them with a friend, and somebody goes between us, somebody goes, wow, this is really good television. The guy goes, it's not television, it's HBO. And you see the executives go like that. And like a few years later, once this show was coming off the air, that became their tagline.
Yeah.
So it was funny. It was so funny to see that evolve.
Nice.
John, someone asked what your favorite episode is.
Oh God, there's so many good ones. I mean, this is definitely one of my favorites. This wasn't the first one shot, but it was the first one shown, and I loved it as soon as I saw it. And I love Death of Some Salesman.
That's my favorite.
So good.
Tim Curry is so freaking insanely good. Nobody on cable got nominated for stuff back then. He was nominated for an Emmy for that, his performance on that. He was so good. And my parents had come out. My parents were real old world people, you know, and they came out to visit, and they'd never seen anything shot. So I took them down to the set, and he was doing Winona that day. Who's the daughter. And he was so gruesome looking with the hunchback, you know, like the widow's hump, and they had given they had made fake like hammer toes and stuff like, which you probably never got to see much of in the episode, but they went to great detail on him. And he was just in character and walking around the set. My parents just couldn't believe it. They were like, what the hell is that? And but I've always loved that episode. That was written and directed by Gil Adler, and of course loved Ventriloquist's Dummy.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, what great anthology series doesn't have a ventriloquist episode, you know? And Don Rickles is so good, and Bobcat Goldthwait, who I hadn't seen in a long time, saw him at Astronomicon a week and a half ago. Was really great to see him. He looks really great, by the way. He's great in it, and it's just Richard Donner, of course, directed that episode and loved Morty. He had Morty in a glass case in his office for years. I don't think he had much of any other memorabilia in his whole office. That's Oh, there it is. You got it.
Well, that's not Morty. That's Enoch. But yeah,
that's Enoch. Yeah. Oh, God. Is that the original piece? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. You know, I had seen it at some guys had it at like a traveling museum at one of the conventions, and they go, yeah, we're selling this stuff. I was like, really? They go, yeah, we got it from Kevin, and we're trying to pass it on to fans before it dissolves into nothingness. But he had it in a case like that, a little Morty. Somebody gave me like just, like a rubber one that you could put your hand up in and do it. I have a Morty here somewhere, and I have him in one of those football, plastic football things in honor of Dick Donner. He was one of my favorites. There was nothing like that guy. He was a class act to the bone.
Zoran, what's your favorite episode?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. I've been sitting here trying to figure out which one, because so many they fly into my head. God.
You can take a minute if you need to.
Yeah, no, I need 1,000 minutes.
Mine probably are Death of Some Salesman, which I was excited to talk about twice this month because I got to do it for Tim Curry's birthday. And I don't do voices, but every time I get to say "you do love me" to people, it makes me feel good. And then I love What's Cooking.
So good
episode.
Yeah, that one for because I watched this when I was a little kid, and when I was growing up, I couldn't remember what it came from. And then it was like a full-length movie in my head. And then I was like, oh, it's just from Tales from the Crypt. Of course it is. It's perfect.
That's so good.
Episode. Judd Nelson's great.
There's a fun story for that one. They brought Meatloaf on, of course, the joke is he's being turned into chili. And so they put him on the hook, and he had just lost a bunch of weight. So he came on the set, and they're like, "Oh crap!" We make references to his weight and all this. So they made him a fat suit, and of course they could also that way they could cut into it and cut pieces out and all that stuff. And he was upset because he goes, "I just lost all this weight. I don't want to go on camera and look fat again." Blah 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 blah. So they went to get him out of his trailer, and he had been pulling the stuffing out of it, so trying to make himself skinnier again. He was such a great human being, I mean, it's just, Gil Adler tells that story with such love. I'm seeing the ending myself, and the Crypt Keeper frying himself in the electric chair and getting off on it. It's just one of my favorite moments even though it was one of the first ones. It's just so fun.
This whole episode is just iconic, like perfect.
I love that from the very beginning. The show almost came out like fully formed from episode one. Like, it's great at the very beginning.
It truly, and how often do you see that? You don't,
No, usually, I mean, there's times I'll skip if I do rewatches of shows. I'll go past first season because it's a little too rough and isn't there, and then just like, oh yeah, no, then they got it. But this is great.
I mean, you open with music from Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
And this music that he created for this, set the stage for so much of the other music that he's used in so many other fun, creepy projects over the years, including Nightmare Before Christmas. you listen to it and it has this similar kind of orchestrations and fun to it, you know. So
then,
great.
Yeah, and he did, of course, he did The Simpsons as well, and that first season I don't think is as good as this first season is. Episodes wise, I'm gonna go with, just because it sticks in my head, it's The Switch. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger one.
It's a great one.
Mainly because of the fifth limb he had to pay for being his penis, and my mom finding that hilarious while we were watching this as a family. And I was like, great. And I love seeing Arnold in the episode as well. I was like, yeah, that one just stuck out in my mind as a kid. And the other one, I guess, would be Split Personality, for that final shot of half the Joe Pesci's and the girls. Like, that's the best solution. And that
Joel
visual
Silver did that episode, actually. Joel Silver.
So good.
What does he say? He's totally stoked and overwhelmed.
Joe Pesci's like Southern California impersonation.
Hey. Oh, we're back. We're right into the next episode.
All right, let's.
We don't have a countdown for the next one.
It just started playing. I wasn't even paying attention.
John, do you want to do a countdown for the next episode?
Sure. Let me pull it up myself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
And here we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mondo, Jody, what are your favorite episodes?
We've already covered mine, because the Tim Curry one is by far my favorite.
Which one?
The Tim Curry one. Some salesman. It's not just his performance, because his performance is great in all of the different roles. It's also one of the goopiest episodes of the entire series, I think.
Very comic book, you know.
We did a top 10. I cannot remember what I said, but because my favorites always change except for my favorite band. But I would say Cutting Cards. I love Cutting Cards so much.
So good. Pass the gum.
Yes.
There's a great story that Gil Adler tells about Tim Curry, where usually Tim Curry goes to a big festival in Brazil every year. And that happened to be when they were going to shoot Death of Some Salesman, when they were trying to cast him. So Tim Curry passed originally. So Gil asked him to lunch, just to chat. He said, "We're not going to chat about the show. We're just going to chat." And of course, they ended up talking about the show. And Tim Curry's like, "Okay, just tell me so we can get this over with. I can tell you no." So he tells him about it. And then afterwards, Tim Curry's like, "You know what? This scares me. This role intimidates me. I want to do it."
Nice.
And then he canceled his plans, his whole vacation, to go do it.
That's so cool.
That moment where he lowers himself onto Ed Begley Jr. is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. His
little feet.
I love the Santa Claus mask.
Walking.
Oh, it's so creepy. We just started and all through the house. So there's
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Ugh.
I don't want to look at him.
Nope, kill it.
A lot of people tell me this is their favorite episode.
It's my favorite of the first three, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I was totally allowed to watch horror stuff all the time when I was a kid, and this episode is like the first thing I remember scaring the absolute hell out of me.
Larry Drake. It's that.
Yeah, I love it.
His Santa Claus is so scary.
This
There's
is
something twisted about mixing horror and Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
because this has the Chucky eyes for
sure.
sure. When you see this with like the human thing, it looks even more Chucky like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My favorite episode, I always say, is Yellow, because it's the most like big cinematic. Could be pretty much is a movie.
So
And
great.
the acting is there, and just having the real life father and son on screen together, like just working out through their stuff through like screen therapy. And,
also,
Lance
Bob
Henriksen.
Yeah.
What's up?
Also, Bob Zemeckis directed.
Yeah, Bob Zemeckis. It's like a whole war movie in there. It's the twist in the end just gets me every time.
So good. Have you ever
and
seen
then I also really like The New Arrival. Is the scariest one in my opinion. That one kept me up at night when I was a kid and watched it. I like literally slept with the lights on. I was so scared.
Oh wow.
And that I found the actress who plays is it Felicity or something like that? The ghoul in that one. And I did an interview with her. was like, this is me exercising my demons. Like,
That's good.
And another great one was Television Terror. That's another one of my favorites.
Oh, that one's fun.
Reminds me of Ghostwatch a lot. I love that one.
yeah.
Well, it's amazing with 93 episodes. I mean, I would actually sit down and watch it and go, God, I didn't even remember that this was an episode. I remember that as a Twilight Zone episode or a Night Gallery episode or something, you know? Like people come up to me, oh, my favorite episode is the one where, you know, the guy with a burlap bag over his head and blah, blah. I go, not a Tales from the Crypt episode, actually. I don't know what that is, but if you told me the wraparound for that one, I could tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred Decker screenplay.
Yeah. So I mean, like Tales from the Crypt, like there's been other horror anthologies, Tales from the Dark Side, Creepshow, all this other stuff, but this was like the all-star team of all those, all the talent from all those other ones, like distilled into like the all-star team for making this.
I'm making sure this exists. There's one that I remember called Monsters.
I love Monsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one remembers it when I say, I'm like, good, this is the group that will remember. And I was like, Monsters. I watched that. Like, that was on just public TV.
That was like the silliest of the horror anthologies and so fun.
It is very silly, but there was one where a guy fed women to his bed and it horrified me. It horrified me immensely.
Zemeckis' wife, that actress.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is Monsters the one where there's a guy who gets turned into a mummy?
Yeah.
That one scared the crap. We're like, he gets stuck in the tomb with a mummy.
Mhm.
And to get out, he like has to play cards. And then like they basically play strip poker where the mummy's taking off his wraps and giving it to this other guy. Until eventually he just turns into a mummy and gets left behind. And then like I'm sure now it's goofy as hell. But yeah, as a kid, I thought it was terrifying.
I mean, Jason, if we ever want to do another anthology.
There you go.
I always loved Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Oh yeah.
That one was really creepy to me as a little kid.
I love that.
He was so good in those openings, and I don't know if he got it from the comic books or what, but he used to use a lot of horror puns in his intros. If you go back and watch.
Oh yeah.
And so when I mean, truly had that his performance on some level in my head when I auditioned the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, you need that same
gravitas. Just in terms of the attitude of this is supposed to be fun kiddies, kind of thing, with a raised eyebrow kind of feeling, it was definitely an influence on my performance for this character.
Fright Fiend in the comments shout out Cabinet of Curiosities. It's the Guillermo del Toro series from a couple of years ago. It was really good. Really enjoyed that.
There's a claustrophobic under the ground grave one with rats.
The rats.
Yes.
The claustrophobia nature of me, I'm just like buried alive. No, buried alive.
I had to be buried alive on the episode that I was in.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that ends well. And I was so freaked out by the idea of it. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that this was imitating the opening of the show. And that's why they put me in the casket, so pop out of it like the Crypt Keeper did. It does at the beginning of the show. So that was kind of like my Alfred Hitchcock appearance in an episode. But they go, okay, get in the casket, John. I was like, okay. And then they go, okay, Lou Diamond Phillips was in Priscilla Presley when the episode, and we're at a gravesite. I go, can you throw some dirt on top of it so that it looks like you've just dug it up, and then dig it up. And when we say action, and I'm like in there and I'm listening to them throw the dirt.
Oh,
that's good.
Oh man.
I don't know if I could do it today. I for some reason I was able to do it at that time, but
you assume they got your back at that point. There's a lot of people there that aren't fully, but just to be in that situation.
I was 6 feet down into the grave, so it wasn't like somebody was standing right there to pull me out.
Yeah.
That
is another good episode. That one, I remember that one. Watching that one actually a lot as a kid. I don't know if they just played it more than other ones, but when he was watching you as yourself at
Oh
the
my
end of the
God.
episode. I was like, that's the guy that did the. Oh my God, I made the connection.
There's the biggest laugh I ever did, of course, is when the Crypt Keeper pops out of the casket.
Yes.
But the second biggest laugh I ever did was at the end of that, when I'm watching the Crypt Keepers watching me and saying, I'm such a good actor and all.
Yeah.
The other actors are good, but this one's a regular gory Cooper. He's going on and on. And I was like, I'm going to give it the biggest laugh I can, still do.
Well done. Well done.
It's such a good episode, though. This Christmas episode, it's set up so well.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a moment where they said the suspect is a man in his mid to late 40s. I'm like, oh damn, I'm in that range.
What an old man that is.
I know. I saw a thing that said like, if Growing Pains came out now, like how old each of the characters were. I'm like, I'm older now than the father was in Growing Pains.
Oh boy! Oh, look at that shot and the well shot.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I love Studio Snow.
Yeah,
it seems so nice.
There's something so nice about these episodes where it's not quite reality. Like you can see that it's a little movie magic, and it works for the comic book so well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they gave them no budget too, so they had to create a lot of stuff that they never like. Some of the I've been at Q&As with some of the art directors and stuff, and and they're going, yeah, I had to come up with like cheap ways to do stuff I had never had to do before. Hanging something in front of the screen so it looked like the entire set was full of it. Like they didn't have enough to put trees and Spanish moss, so they just put like a little Spanish moss at the top of the top of the screen, and you got the sense that you're in the swamp. And it's sometimes having those few, what do they say?
Constraints or
but the term, the mother of invention. What is it?
Necessity.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, or without resistance there is no art. And so they came up with some brilliant ways to look at these icicles that were hanging right there. You immediately look at that. I mean,
there they are.
There they are, because they didn't.
They're very flat.
Yeah, and you can't use the rest of the. You don't have the rest of the set that way.
Oh, poor Dr. Giggles. Oh, Larry, we miss you, Larry.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Giggles was directed by Manny Coda, who did an episode too.
Yep.
Who just passed away like a year or two ago.
Got to work with Larry Drake on Voyager.
Oh.
And I played like a scam artist who stole the doctor, the holographic doctor, and selling it to this hospital ship that had no supplies. And Larry Drake was the captain on that. And we had these scenes, and you know how like sometimes they put like what looks like genitalia on the foreheads and stuff, clitoris on his forehead. So I'd be like, Larry, you got a little something right there, and he'd be pretend to be like excited by it,
Ooh.
Oh, they got so mad at us because everybody's makeup and stuff, and we were holding up shooting and stuff. We had people on the floor. The guys who have to be there like week after week in the makeup were not happy, but we laughed our ass off the entire time. I'm sorry. That's if anybody has their families there, you're watching fucking Tales from the Crypt.
Classic Star Trek alien guy with thing on face.
That's it. Thing on face.
Amazing.
As they had like plants growing out of people's foreheads and stuff. Really interesting stuff. Michael Westmore, what a genius.
Whoa, there it goes.
Oh, that's so good.
I could just sit and watch him play this Santa Claus character.
We did steal from this on the Christmas album.
Oh yeah.
Because we wanted to use "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas," but the the estate wouldn't let you change any of the lyrics.
Oh,
really?
Instead, if you listen to just the song, it's the Crypt Keeper doing as beautiful a version of it as he could. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And then over top of it is a guy who escapes from prison and
That's
dresses up
right.
as Santa Claus and shows up
hear
at
it.
the house, you know, and, you know, so it really took it right from this, and they added it over top the song, and it worked really well.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I remember that.
Making
I had those cassette tapes.
I think it surprises people how copyright protected that song is.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even change it in like puns on copy on a written down.
That's crazy because it's fair use. Like it's a parody, right? They fought against that too. They somehow got that legally.
They did a great job on that album. I expected to show up and there would be like synthesizer music or something, but they had gotten an orchestra and did beautiful arrangements. And I just showed up and they cut me loose for 3 days and recorded all those songs.
that's so awesome.
Improvised through all this stuff. And it came out so great. I think out of all the stuff we did.
I assume she's calling the cops that she's calling or whatever. Just seems so bored and detached. He's like, apparently killed some people with an axe, ma'am. Just stay inside your house. Whatever. I don't care.
I mean, it's not like they can send like a mass text. You have to call like every single house in the county. That must get boring.
Calm down, ma'am. It's fine.
Yeah.
It feels like the cops in Black Christmas in the original.
Yeah.
It's like a holiday.
I love
We don't believe you, but we'll be out. What?
This little kid is a deep sleeper.
Man.
Yeah.
The turn on this is so good. It's a good twist.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So at this point, is it actual just soap flakes?
Yeah.
It is a really beautiful little snowstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roberts and Megas wants a snowstorm.
Missed.
I love the shot here with the axe.
Yeah.
It's either side of it. Just cannot hit her mark. Poor Marshall Bell. Later gets his brain sucked out by Starship Troopers. You can tell it's a good episode when we all get quiet and really just want to watch.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted.
On the music here is so good too.
Mm-hmm.
They always got great kids for this show too when they had kids on the show.
Just the cartoonish hole in the snow of where Santa used to be.
Yeah. Victoria Burrows was casting for this show. I don't know if she did the entire series, but she did a lot of our episodes and did an amazing job casting.
The casting on the show is phenomenal throughout all the years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Someone asked if we prefer the Amicus movie version or the TV show version, and I always think Joan Collins is probably a better actress in that version. But Larry
that's
Drake
right.
as the Santa
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the better Santa. So.
Larry Drake Santa's so creepy here. It's
Great. Yeah, I think we reviewed that with Al Katz, and Al Katz just ripped on that movie. It was pretty great.
Well, it's so self-serious. The Crypt Keeper doesn't make jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the right tone.
There's just a goofiness to the scares too that I just love.
I love that they just get like an old guy in the robe, like no makeup or anything.
Just the guys hanging around set.
Yeah.
Here, watch this episode of something. All right, bye.
I just wish that if I went out in the snow and like had to hit somebody with an axe because I had to, I looked that good when I was calling the cops.
Shake it off.
Oh, excuse me. Pardon.
Well, it's also like a Hollywood thing where they like never act like they're actually cold. And this kind of is just, satin cornflakes or whatever, or soap.
Hello, ma'am. What is your location?
Like, just blame it on the killer. Like, it's not that
I
hard.
thought that's what she was doing. Is she not blaming it on the killer?
Oh, that's what she's totally setting up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thinking that he's dead.
Mm.
Seems like comic relief, but that would happen to me.
What?
Like the door not breaking off.
Yeah. That is an amazing shot of the gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like us just laying there
Although-
haphazardly, not secured.
Is that the same like the giant phone joke from Top Secret? Is that actually a giant gun? Let's just make it look even bigger.
Yeah.
That's why she didn't actually grab it.
I was talking to someone and they did like the poster from Dusk Till Dawn where they're like pointing a gun at the thing, and that's like a giant prop gun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Have you seen Dark Man?
Oh,
Dark Man's so good.
Larry and Dark Man. I was just thinking.
Love you, Durant.
Larry Drake, yeah.
I was like, "Where's my segue to talk about Dark Man?" But...
Dark Man is very underappreciated.
Well, I just learned that the killer in Hard Eyes is inspired by Dark Man. His
Mhm.
look-
Oh, really? I love
Wow.
Hard Eyes.
I
Me
do too.
I'm excited for the sequel.
Me too.
But we're also supposed to get a new Dark Man, allegedly.
Really?
That's true.
Mhm.
Interesting. I don't know how you top the original, though.
Let's see,
Mm-mm.
how many sequels are there? It's like at least 2 or 3.
I think there's 3. The Dark
There-
Man 3, I
there's-
think, was the last one.
Two sequels. Yeah, so there's 3 total.
Okay.
Return of Durant and Die Dark Man Die with Jeff Fahey.
But is Neeson's it? Is Neeson in them?
No, Neeson's in the first one, and then it's the guy who played the Mummy, and I can't remember his name in the Mummy, the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies.
Okay.
I can't remember his name either.
But he is. It's just a good job. Man, I remember being so stressed out as a kid when he was climbing, and I'm like, "This little girl's gonna die. The little girl's gonna die. I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this."
Naughty, but nice.
I love that the little girl is not put off at all by this terrifying Santa Claus.
Oh, everyone
Nope.
loves Claus.
My kid is growing up with Chucky next to him. He's got a gremlin in his crib. He's gonna be like an actual Santa that looks nice. He's like, I don't trust that. Where's the murder Santa?
Okay, so originally this didn't have this as the ending.
Oh, okay.
Sitting there screaming. And supposedly, this is what I was told. And Bob Zemeckis went to Stephen King. You know, what do I do to spice up the ending here? Put her on the step screaming her guts out. It sure does work.
All right.
Careful what you ask for.
Ladybird. Look at the little legs.
Yep.
I love like the fingers and yeah.
Don't look that. Oh, amazing. Thanks for being here, Tina.
I just like to imagine what it was like watching this that first night. Because there was nothing else like this. There was nothing else out there that you could watch that was like this on TV.
it's just there's so many people that are just like, I mean, the amazing thing is that I would tell my producers, kids are watching this. They're like, oh no, it's HBO. Where do they have access to HBO? I was like, trust me. Well,
In
now
the family TV room when everyone's asleep.
Yeah, everybody who comes into my line, when I go to events and go to meet people and see people who've grown up with Tales from the Crypt, they were all kids. And so I now know that, that there were more kids watching the show originally than adults that were watching the show. It's crazy to think.
Yeah. The first time I watched it, I was staying up late to watch Saturday Night Live because Patrick Stewart was on. I was a big Trekkie. And I was trying to stay awake, and I was channel flipping, and I went to Fox was showing an episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's this? I just totally stumbled right on it.
That's great.
I loved like horror hosts and stuff. Like I was so into Elvira even when I was a kid, and I loved Beetlejuice just as a character, and then they had the cartoon. So the Crypt Keeper just fell right into that for me. And I was like, this is my TV buddy. Oh, I'm going to be scared to death, but my TV buddy's here. And then I had the little doll, and it was a happy memory for me.
All right. Well, Kimberly, I know you have to take off.
No, actually, I'm okay. I don't know what you guys are planning. So
okay. Do we want to do another one?
We can finish the first night if you want to.
Finish the first one. I'm good with that.
Originally, the first season was the first 3 episodes.
Right. Okay.
They put them into
fitting.
They put into a group of 6. It looks like here that are available.
All right, then let's do Dig That Cat.
Dig That Cat.
I don't remember which my first one was. Someone asked that in the chat. It might have been was the Thing from the Grave, the Terry Hatcher episode. I know I watched that one very early.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that was the first one.
I think it might have been the last one for me, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's an interesting one to start on.
That was probably the first one that I remember because my mom we would watch stuff late night at her house, and she showed me all kinds of horror things and said, well, we'll try this thing. Okay, cool. Thanks, Mom. But I didn't want her to stop. And she would ask me, be like, do you want me to stop? No, keep going.
The stories are like, I mean, a lot of people in, your age group, their parents were cool. They were like, you're watching this with me,
Yeah. Well, if your parents
like,
weren't cool,
my parents wouldn't let me watch it, so I watched it with my grandmother on the weekends.
Yeah. If your parents weren't cool, you went to your friend's house whose parents were cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
There was a kid that came up. Well, he's a kid. He's an adult now, but he was like, when I was a kid, my parents had gotten divorced, and so my father would come in on the weekends, and we'd stay in this hotel, and they had HBO. Remember, it was like hotels would advertise it.
Yes. Yep.
We have HBO, come stay here. And he said that was their Saturday night for he and his dad to watch Tales from the Crypt together.
That's cool.
It is cool. I mean, you do this for entertainment. And of course, I mean, on a lot of levels, because this came from the comic book and stuff, that there's a certain level of literature to this, is a certain level of history, and there's a certain level of art that was put into this. And for all those reasons, it's good. And, I mean, over my career of 46 years, I could name you so many projects that went nowhere. Some of them bought me a house, I mean, it's like, and you never heard of it. It came and went. And then this was something, here I was doing First and 10 on HBO, and so many less people were seeing it than if it had been on network or something. That I didn't expect much from this. I knew I loved it because it was a comic book that I grew up with, and I loved it, and, so I just thought it was going to be for freaks like us. I didn't think it was going to be, anything that would have been pop culture, or, as I like to put it, the gateway drug to horror,
Yeah.
I'll say that and people won't laugh. They go, that's true. I'm saying it as a joke, but they don't laugh. They're like, it's true. It's my gateway drug to horror, as was like Freddy Krueger and some other things that are out there. But this so well geared to the child in all of us, whether you were a kid or an adult. You know,
I think the wraparound was almost a little bit disarming as a kid. Like I think when I was a kid and my mom used to watch, I kind of fell in love with the Crypt Keeper because I was like, he's kind of corny and kind of funny, and I like this.
Yeah.
so many people.
Wraparound's like its own like mini film.
Yeah.
Around. Okay, let's go ahead and start the new one. We keep talking, of course, but I just want to get that going. So 3, 2, and 1. Okay.
I brought my friend with.
Ooh.
Oh, I love it. I didn't know we're doing puppets tonight.
Hey, man, we mentioned critters. I've got critters just hanging out with me.
I'm scared. Don't be.
John, didn't you do a Crypt Keeper game show? Someone's asking.
Oh yes, Tales from the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House. It was when they told me they were doing it, I thought, it was Jack, Wall, who I told you who used to put all that stuff together. In fact, we didn't have the rights anymore. Jack would be like, "Hey, Bobby, we're gonna put together a show called, Stories Your Mother Never Told You. And we're gonna call him the creepy dude, because we can't go Crypt Keeper anymore." And we're gonna, they was trying to find work for the Crypt Keeper character, that I was the actor for. He was trying to create shows. We even talked about doing a talk show, where the Crypt Keeper would interview other horror personalities and and actors and stuff. But he told me they were doing this game show. He goes, we need you to go live in Orlando for a couple of months. I was like, you don't need me to go down to Orlando. I was on 2 other series. I was still doing First and 10, and I was in another series on it, NBC, or is it CBS? FM, which was short-lived but really good series. And so it was like, I'm not going to go down to Orlando to do your kids' game show, and it was really good. The Crypt Keeper's head like floats around and torments these kids while they're trying to climb up, rope ladders and stuff. And it was like one of the first of its kind that used blue screen or green screen. And it looked like the kid was hanging over some kind of, Spanish moss abyss or whatever. And then they had to answer like, questions, answer smart questions and do physical, tasks and stuff like that. Over the years, I've had a few people come up to me and go, "I was a contestant on Tales from the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House." That's so cool. That's so cool. But eventually, originally I was like, you got to do a live action version for kids. Little did I know they didn't, because kids were watching it anyway. And then we did the Tales from the Crypt Keeper cartoon. Then when like Goosebumps and stuff like that wound up on Fox, they called, the Tales from the Crypt people and said, "Hey, can we license the Crypt Keeper to do all the bumpers and stuff for this?"
Oh, wow.
So it was obvious the Crypt Keeper was fun for the kids, you know? And it was fun to do, I'm going to have to leave you guys too, but this is one of my favorite episodes too. It's so
didn't realize that this was one of the original ones. I love this episode so much.
So comic book looking, and so done so well. But
Richard Donner, there you
go. And okay, what's this guy's name again?
Robert Wool.
Robert Wool.
Yeah. Arliss.
Arliss and Batman.
Yeah.
Good old Arliss.
And he had been a stand-up. So I was like, this was kind of the first time I saw him do something that was kind of an acting role, and he was so good in it. I was like, oh my gosh, look at
he's got some of the best lines in this episode.
Oh, so good.
Oh yeah.
Joey Pants.
All the colors, wide angles, fish eyes.
They had some really good cinematographers on the show. They would alternate in order to be able to do it. One guy would be prepping one show while the other guy was shooting the other show, and they alternate. I don't remember both of them. Rick Boda, actually, what I worked with on First and 10 was one of the cinematographers, and he was really, really good. But it's the longevity of this show and how good it looks and how good it is a tribute to the great people that worked on it.
I can't remember if it was the first episode or the second episode that we watched, but I noticed Dean Cundy's name pop up under cinematographer. Like, oh wow,
yeah, right. That's who the other cinematographer was. It was really great. And of course, the directors. It's like I think Frankenheimer did more than one episode. Michael, and then the actors were like, "Hey, Joel, can I direct an episode?" And Michael J. Fox did one, Michael Keaton did one, and of course Arnold did one.
Hanks
directed an episode. It was really, really fun to be a part of.
One thing I've always loved about the show is it feels like a playground for actors and directors, and like that you can get in and like act against type. You can be this crazy character and get,
that was it.
Yeah, it's just fun. You're having a good time.
Yeah, a lot of people, didn't get to do this genre of stuff, and they could get some pretty heavyweight actors to come in and do something a little campy and fun, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Oh, this one has the actual like transitions.
I know.
They're comic booky.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think about it, Dick was, the amazing job he did with Goonies and stuff like that. It was right up the same alley, and then moving on to something as comic book as Superman.
Well, I always forget Donner did the Twilight Zone episode. Was it 40,000? Was it Fear at 40,000?
The movie?
No, in the original.
Oh, he did the original one with William Shatner?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was terrified by the movie one with John Lithgow.
Yeah.
That one, that little gremlin scared the crap out of me, and that violin music. Oh no. So good. I will say one of my favorite moments from Third Rock from the Sun is when William Shatner and John Lithgow meet each other, and he says, "Oh, the flight was great, except there was something on the wing of the plane." And John goes, "The same thing happened to me." I was like, "Wow, that is a deep cut, amazing joke." Well done. It's good. It's all good. Fabulous. It's great. Love this.
Oh,
this is still a better Catwoman origin than Tim Burton's Batman Returns, where she falls out of a building and then cats lick her, and so power of cat.
So that was an important moment, because that's
yes, it was
where he doesn't count.
And it's so subtle, you don't even think of it.
Yeah. For anybody who's watching for the first time, we're so glad to pop your scary. We won't ruin it for you.
This is the best day ever.
What a great way to start the weekend.
I saw Hokum earlier, and now this is great.
Oh yeah, how's Hokum?
That's my favorite movie of the year so far.
I love it.
Wow.
It's great.
So good.
I watched it at Overlook. I actually got to see John and the Crypt Keeper riding around in the convertible, which
I didn't know what to expect.
I thought that would be the highlight of my month, but now this is. And I know it's May 1st, but it's still the same week. So.
I appreciate Shudder flew me down there to be the what is the
Grand Marshal.
Yeah, the Grand Marshal, and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that like everybody who comes there marches through the French Quarter behind a convertible, I'm sitting in the convertible with the Crypt Keeper with a microphone, announcing the show and you talking to people. I thought people were going to go, "Who the hell is that guy? Why is he sitting in the Crypt Keeper?" But people were like running and coming up and taking photographs and video. And I don't know, would you say like 400 people following the car, following the convertible, and we had a motorcycle cops taking us through the streets with a Dixieland band in the back, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, usually the crowd's more spread out. They were like swarmed on you in the car. It was pretty incredible.
It's fun. So cool. It truly, I mean, you go through, for me, 46 years as an actor, and if anybody remembers anything you do, it's surprising. But for this to wind up becoming a legacy part of my career is a tribute to the quality of the show as well. I mean, I've done a lot of good stuff over the years that nobody ever got to see. So I just and I'm also fortunate because it's something that I love so much. I'm sure people are known for stuff that they hated. Best known for something that was the only thing that I did and I hated it. They didn't broke my leg. It was sucked, and I'm like, I just, this is probably one of the few things that I would have sat over my entire career and watched over and over and over again because I loved it. Just because I would have watched it for sure, whether I was in it or not. I mean, it was definitely would have been a show for me. This is so well done, though, because this is so circus.
I love her. After you're dead, go get dinner. After you're dead, okay.
Like, come on, die already.
See, our tourism is down here, so this needs to be a new Vegas attraction. It would sell.
You just got to get some cats.
They had talked about
an Eastern European doctor of some kind.
Oh, that's great. They had talked about doing a Tales from the Crypt Broadway show. It was
so awesome,
like a musical. Crypt Keeper would come out and introduce the three, and they'd have 3 episodes within it. It would be a story. I mean, they did paranormal, so it really could have lent itself to something. At Not Scary Farms and the Universal, when they first did it, instead of a stunt show, they had, blood all over the audience and stuff. It was kind of like Gallagher meets Tales from the Crypt, but it was, the Crypt Keeper, they had some floppy Crypt Keeper, that I pre-recorded. They had a floppy puppet that popped up out of the stage over here or over there. And, like that. And they could have, so it's something that could have been done, but ultimately I'm always glad that it just, even if they don't do more episodes, I'm always glad that this was done with such quality.
Yeah, people talk about like, would they ever redo it and stuff? I'm like, I kind of just want it to stay of that era. What I want is like a making of kind of behind the scenes series. Kind of like,
I love that.
I want to see. My idea of this is Mad Men, but set in the EC Comics office.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
But like also flashing forward to like the HBO days too. So kind of like a bit of both, and you can like go through the comic, trials and all the.
The EC Comics story is great too.
Yeah.
They were one of the biggest ones fighting against like all the censorship and everything. So yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd watch that.
Well, Bill Gaines was one of the nicest people I've ever met. And back in the day when his father had it, and they did educational comics, and he was like, "Hey, Dad, let's, they're doing like Western comic books and stuff. Let's try." Okay, and it was popular. So then it became Entertainment Comics, and then of course came out with this stuff, and of course they tried to get them banned through Congress. They got the age put on the comic books because of those comics. And they came out with Mad Magazine, and I have stories from friends. Like I have a friend of mine who was going through New York, and they came to this doorway, and it said EC Comics, and they go, "Let's go in." And they went in, in Manhattan, and they go, "Hey, come on in." And the next thing you know, they're sitting in William Gaines's office with him. He's got like, "Hey, bring him a soda. Here's some comic books, boys." And he was that kind of guy.
That's awesome.
Real family guy. In fact, his family are so sweet. Most of the people that I've met, just met a few, but they're some of the nicest people you ever want to meet. But he was such a nice man. And
I was going to say, we have a picture of a lot of the Gaines family wearing Dads from the Crypt shirts because they were just so generous to take a picture for us.
That's great.
Nice people.
If you look at the Crypt Jam video, I'm dancing along with Chucky Booker, who wrote the music. He used to write for Janet Jackson, who wrote the song, and Bill Gaines. We're the three of us. He go,
Oh, really?
Together, yeah. And afterwards, he goes, "Hey, come on over to my house." He brought some people over to his house, and he had like a collection. It was like a maze of bookshelves that all it had was scripts and comic books and all kinds of stuff. His collection, but loved the show, and it was just a wonderful person. So it would be interesting to do like a whole historical. There is a behind the screams documentary, I think, in the first the extra cassette tape that comes with the first season on the DVD. They should they should show it on Shudder.
I know, that'd be great. I remember watching that. There's also a guy I know who every year he puts on in LA like a show, like an old school radio show version of some EC comics.
Oh, nice.
People like reciting the lines, and they have like sound effects and everything every year, like
it.
the week before Halloween usually. And he's been working on a Will Gaines musical.
I love
about his life.
That's great.
Like a lifelong thing, and he actually has permission from the Gaines family.
We did some of the episodes as a radio show. Had, Luke Perry and Gina Gershon, and I can't remember who else. We had a number of people. There is a DVD out there somewhere. I think they did 3 episodes or whatever.
Yeah, I have one I picked up. It's got Tim Curry, Gina Gershon, Luke Perry, Oliver Platt, and John Ritter.
There you go, man.
Nice.
Some of it worked, some of it didn't quite work, but it's I mean, obviously it could work really well.
Oh yeah.
You put it together right and that kind of thing, and it's fun. But it was something that I think they made it as like a test to see if it would come out. So I don't know if they put that much time or money into it, but it's something that could have been good. That could be good. So
I mean, there's an endless amount of Doctor Who radio plays out there. They've done so many of those and continued characters from that. So
yeah,
there is an audience.
Okay, yeah, the group is called Capt LA, CAPTLA. At least that's what their handle is on Instagram. They put on those shows like once a year or so around Halloween. Really, really fun. We've gone like 3 years in a row. They did
should have been Bill Sadler pulling that.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Again, it could have been like a little universe thing they could have done. That would have been fun.
No, I thought Bill Sadler dressed as the old woman pulling that.
There's a lot of electrocution in Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Really thought about that.
I like that they keep like that time frame of when the comics came out, where like electrocution was like the big thing. And also, I love like whenever they do like the circus motif, because that was entertainment, back in the day before like
traveling entertainment. Shocking.
Or like Nightmare Alley. It's basically an EC comic style story.
Grandma killed my boyfriend.
Joey's so good in this because it's hard to die.
Yeah.
Camera, especially violent deaths. It's physical, it's hard, it's emotional, and he does it 9 times. And each one is so interestingly different too. It's kind of like an acting exercise when you start learning to act. I go, okay, today we're all going to die. and today we're going to do it seriously. Tomorrow we'll do a comic death, and then and it's really funny to see how actors milk a death. You ever have to do it on camera, it's really hard. I got shot once, and I had to, well, more than once. So I had like blood coming out of my mouth and stuff like that. But trying to make it realistic, you're like, your vitals are shutting down and stuff like that. You're trying to do it. You're trying to make it as realistic as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not easy to do.
I had my intestines eaten out by a monster.
Oh, great! I hate intestines.
That was very difficult because it was freezing.
What was that?
Cold.
I gotta find that.
It's not out yet, so I can't say anything exactly.
Okay.
But I will make sure that gets passed on.
Make sure you let me know. I want to see that.
Yeah, I'm hoping I made the cut, but I was there and it was freezing cold, and so I'm shivering in between takes, and then it's like, okay, and now you're dead. You're a dead body getting eaten, and I'm like, okay, stop shivering and just die. With a big, amazing animatronic like guy in a suit just digging into cold, wet intestines on me. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to die in movies. Just let me be a dead body in your movie. Happily.
We've had Stephen Kastansky, who did like Psycho Gorman and Death Stalker, on our show a couple times. And we have an agreement that if I ever can make it up to Canada, or any of us make up to Canada, that he'll kill us. So
that's a dream. He really
that's a reason to go to Canada.
Make sure it's in a movie, right?
Yeah. Oh.
If you ever come to Canada, I'll kill you.
I love that they have this guy without his glasses. You're going to shoot everybody with an arrow. That's totally Dick Donner's sense of humor, man.
I love that line.
Oh, this is the father and the son. Yeah, I love this. This is America.
And that's oh God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what is his name?
Yeah, Dick put in all his movies, all the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yep, he's the chief in.
Oh yeah,
Kane. He was in my episode too. Oh God. He's a good actor too. He's a great guy. Sorry, my brain's old, folks. My brain is as old as the Crypt Keeper. I want to say Greg Kahane, but that's not it. Steven, thank you.
I could only remember the first name, and then you said the last name. I was like, oh.
Oof. Smile.
So great.
Ooh.
I love how like some people in the audience just randomly have no shirt on.
Really getting into it.
You're going to be the muscle guy. He's left his own act to come watch this,
He gets to keep the arrow he just killed someone with.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Also a friend of the cop, also a friend of Dick's, puts him in all his movies. Put him in all his movies. Really nice guy. He worked on First and 10 with me too. He was a nice guy. I can't remember his name. Sorry, man. Out of sight, out of mind. You know how that is.
I mean, we've been on as many sets as you have.
Yeah, that's like somebody I knew back in the day.
That's a comfy looking robe. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I used to live in a little Spartan trailer.
Did you?
Yeah, I miss it.
Is that your days in the circus, Kimberly?
Felt like it. The trailer park felt like it, but it's a 1960 Spartan Airstream.
That's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. I hope it's an awesome memory for you.
It is. It was like cool and retro, but it was like sinking into a river. So at the same time, not so cool. So it's not even there anymore. But at the time, it was a very lovely little time capsule that got to be 400 degrees because I lived in Florida.
I was going to say, if I was in Pennsylvania, that would be freezing.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't get paid for this one.
That's not a killing stab.
Well placed.
Mm-hmm. You probably could have just stolen the money.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Love the constantly changing facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
I love
will
the
give it to my country.
I want popcorn now.
I'm gonna get some after this.
So, Zoran, how has Tales informed your work that you do now?
Oh my God. I mean, this is my style of horror comedy, 100%. Yeah, this is what I look to for inspiration for shots and the style of what things that I want to shoot. And just think of the plucky nature of having to figure out things on the lower budget end and still make it look bigger. When I did my music video, Social Media Ass Kissed, I had to do an entire prom scene, and we're like, okay, we'll get all the fans of the band to come out, and like 20 people showed up. And so we have a gymnasium that we have to make look like a full prom. And so I, on the fly, was like, okay, what we're gonna do is basically create a little pyramid of like, you're here, 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 frame it, and just make it look like there's layers and layers of people. And it works for a shot where they're all applauding at everything if you look at it. But there was like 20 people. So if you looked at it, giant empty gymnasium with just this little triangle of people, and it makes it feel like a whole thing is happening.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Great.
Oh, that's a realization that the cat had a life.
You did something. You did wraparounds for this, or you did? Correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't work on this.
I did not work on this. No, I'm in the horror community.
No, I know you are, but for some reason I thought that I had read something where somehow you were associated with this. I'm getting it wrong.
That's okay. I'll be honored to take that.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did, John.
When Kevin wasn't around.
It was me.
You were a page boy at the time.
It was Zoran Gvojic.
I was 5.
Normal name.
Poor Ulrich.
What a cute cat.
I have one.
I have one just like that. Yeah.
I went to a horror event the other night in Hollywood, and I was with Malcolm Danar, who's a dear friend, from Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm and I got in his car. We're about to pull out, and there was a black cat about to cross our path. And we're like, no. I'm like, Malcolm, pull out so it'll steer him the other way. And we were able to scare him the other way without crossing our path. It was like we both had this moment of like, we do not want that black cat to cross our path. It was so weird. It was such a weird moment.
I hope to have a black cat one day named Jump Scare.
Oh, that's so good.
Well,
Oh,
kids, enjoy the rest of the evening.
Yes.
And may all
John,
your
Zoran,
screams come true. On Shudder.
John, Zoran, Kimberly, thank you all so much for joining us. This
Thank you,
was
guys. Thank you.
amazing. To everyone in the chat, thank you for coming and hanging with us. This is a real special night, and stick around for follow us for more crypt contents.
Mhm.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
That was a
you.
blast.
I'm honored to have been invited, and this was really a lot of fun for me. I enjoyed it.
Pleasure to be here on part of this live stream. I had to get one in there. John's at him all night. I had to get a
You gotta
pun in
do
there
one.
somewhere.
Just let you guys do it, because
All right, everyone, have a good night.
Everyone have a good night. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Follow Dads from the Crypt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or I will follow you to the grave. No, seriously, you really should watch. But be careful what you ask for. You may get it.